I'm Father John Geaney of the Paulist Fathers, and you're watching Psalm Sense. You know, this past few weeks, a terrible, terrible number has taken place in our lives. More than 1 million people have died of COVID-19. That's a larger population than the city of Boston. It's also a time or a number that's larger by 5 times than all those who were killed during World War II. Those are terrible, terrible thoughts. And when something like this hits us, we begin to realize that death is a terrible, terrible thing. I read recently in a magazine that a young woman thought to herself when her mother caught COVID-19 that at least her father would be around to comfort her. The difficulty was that her father got COVID-19 at just about the same time. They died within 6 days of one another. And that woman had to struggle with the grief that was just a part of her everyday lives. Well, all of us realize that sooner or later we're going to find that real struggle happens when we face death. Death is not easy. According to her parents, they had hoped that God would protect them from COVID-19, so they did not get vaccinated. The young woman, the daughter, thought that yes, God had protected them by giving them a vaccine that they could take, but they chose not to take it. It is not easy when anybody faces death. We are all struggling when that comes into our lives. I can remember very clearly, I'd been a priest for about 10, 15 years when my dad died. And I had certainly led many people through the difficulties of death. But when I walked into the living room of our home, saw my dad in the casket, I just fell into my mother's arms like I was a baby. And I heard her later say of that little event, "Ah, yes, he's the soft one." And it's true. But we still have to deal with death. It doesn't just happen and we blow it away. It is a part of our lives for a very long time. And we might wonder, what is it that the psalmist had to say about death? And he says that this is how we should pray. "Let me be glad and rejoice in your mercy, for you who have seen my affliction and taken heed of my soul's distress, have not left me to the hands of enemies, but set my feet at large. Have mercy on me, O Lord, for I am in distress. My eyes are wasted with grief, my soul and my body." So grief is a real thing, and we need to deal with it realistically, knowing that indeed God is with us. But even in that situation, when we know that God is caring for us, it will be a difficult time for each of us. It is indeed, as the psalmist says, an important prayer for us to say, "Have mercy on me, O Lord." For Psalm Sense, I'm Father John Geaney. My time is up. I thank you for yours.